Hi, we're doing our reading outside today. I wanted to see if we could have any animal totems that would come and talk to us while I was out here, and we've had several. I've also tried to record this several times, and my computer kept dying on me. So I'll let you know about the animals that I've seen. A hawk was flying very, very high up above, and that gave us the message to pull back from the situation that we're in right now and try and take a look at the big picture. Stop focusing on the little details. The crow right now is calling at me, which means walk your walk and talk your talk. So it's like, Sherry, take your own advice. And I am. I absolutely, anytime I give a message to anybody, it's always a message to myself, and I always listen. So that's why I'm very, very intent and observant when I see the totems come to me. So back up, take a look at the bigger picture. You won't miss anything if you step away from the situation, because a hawk is able to see very, very small. They can see a mouse in a field when they're hundreds of feet up in the air. Their vision is that sharp. And the hawk is a messenger as well, so it may also be telling you that there's a message coming. It may be from someone that you've been waiting to hear from, or it might just be that something's coming to you, information's going to come to you that you need to hear, that's going to help you on your path. Another totem that went by, of course, is the butterfly. We had a big butterfly, which is transformation. I've been getting a lot of emails lately and posts from Facebook friends and people and clients saying that they're in a midst of what they feel is like a stasis. You know, like they're stuck right now. Things aren't moving. The wheel isn't moving. And when I saw the butterfly, I didn't, immediately the first thing that comes to mind, of course, is transformation. But what I thought of was that sometimes during transformation, it's painful and it's difficult. And we're asking ourselves, why is this happening? Sometimes we're given a gift and we think everything's going to be great, and then it's taken away from us. And we question, why were we given that? Why were we given something so wonderful, that was something that we wanted so much, and then had it removed? And it happened to me this year. I was given something wonderful for 2 months, and it was amazing, and then it was taken away. And I thought, why? What was the purpose of that? Why show me that? And the purpose was to show me that I was worth that. And for this person that wrote to me today, it's the same message, that you are to see, the universe is giving you a glimpse of what you deserve, and that this can be yours. And it doesn't necessarily mean that that particular place that you were at, where you got this gift, was where you were meant to stay. But there were lessons that were learned on both ends. You were in a transition period, in this transformation period, and it was a little bit of a beautiful break that you were given right then to enjoy yourself and to be given something back by somebody, so that you were shown how much you were worth, how much you were loved, what you deserve to have in your life. And so the time, now that that's gone, it doesn't mean that time was wasted, or it shouldn't have happened. It was supposed to happen. It happened exactly as it was meant to happen. Everything happens as it is meant to happen, and exactly at the right time, even though we don't think it's the right time. It was all a part of the learning process. So that's what the butterfly came to tell me. And a dragonfly also flew by, a big, big, fat orange one. And orange is coming up a lot lately. Orange is talking about, there could be a few things. Warning you to pay attention to what's going on around you. It also means, like prison inmates wear orange because they're not able to hide. So it's about noticing things. If you see a red flag, or if something isn't feeling quite right to you, trust that. Your intuition is trying to tell you something. I had someone write to me earlier today asking me about a scenario in their life and what did I feel about it. And I said, just from what I was reading, it felt like they were concerned and that they felt there was something off. And I said, trust that. So the orange in that dragonfly made me think of that. Also, it talks about, orange is about being noticed. So it's about coming out and being larger than life, and letting others see who you are, and don't shrink back. So those are the first 3 messages I'm going to give you before I even dig into the cards here. So, first card that we're going to get, 9 of Ariel. Your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success and a love for the beautiful things in life. So this difficult time that you've been going through, or all of this hard work you've been putting in, is about to bear fruit. We are coming upon harvest season. It's October soon. can't believe this year's almost gone. It's been a really difficult year. It's been a year of movement, forward movement, yes, but hard change, a lot of letting go of things. And we've been working really, really hard on ourselves and on our gifts and on releasing the past. And we all have dreams. All of us have dreams, and we're being told to hold on to your dreams because they're being fulfilled. And your hard work will pay off and lead to the success that you want. The number 9, it's a 9 of Ariel. 9 means completion. So there's a part of our life that has ended, and we need to let that drop away in order for the new to come forward. I rock. You notice that as I'm talking, it kind of keeps me, I don't know, I'm connected somehow to that. Isn't that strange? But don't mind me if I rock back and forth. Okay, so 9 of Ariel. Let's see what she has to say. Opened up right there to it. So one line that I really like, you've acted with wisdom and been very cautious to ensure that you make only the best choices. This is really, really a big deal. Don't ever settle for less than you really, really want. No matter how lonely you get, no matter how sick of your job you get, don't settle for less than you want in your life. You always want to go after the best, because if you settle for something, you're going to get it and you'll be in the middle of it and you're going to be miserable, and then you're going to be worse off than when you decided to settle in the first place. Excuse me for a minute, I need some water. It's really, it's dry here in California today, windy and dry. Maybe you guys need a drink of water, maybe I should say that. Let's see. So basically they're saying the fact that you didn't settle for less than you deserve is about to pay off, because your stick-to-itiveness and you're holding out, you're going to get what you deserve. You're going to get the best. You're not going to get okay. Also, they're asking you to spend a little time alone on a bit of a retreat, a walking meditation, a little bit of time outside. I'm heading off to Sedona on Wednesday. I cannot wait. And that's my purpose completely, is to, I've got a few friends I want to see there, of course, and it's absolutely beautiful, but my purpose is to reconnect to myself and to hear my higher self, because I haven't been sleeping in California very well, and I sleep well in Sedona. So they're asking you to go to a place. It can be in your room, if you can't get away. It could be a drive down the beach. It could be, ride your bike around the neighborhood. Wherever you can go that you can just be alone with your thoughts, and allow that peace and quiet to be there with no music, nobody talking at you, nothing required of you except for, I'm hearing the wind right now behind me, and I'm basically allow your thoughts to just kind of flow through your mind like the wind, and try and just have white noise in your head. Push out any mental thinking that you have. Don't let your mind talk to you. Just let your mind talk to you in a minute, but first you need to clear it. Just clear it, and then as you find yourself at peace, in a calm, peaceful setting, in this calm, peaceful spirit, then thoughts will come to you, and you'll hear your higher self. They're also saying that maybe this would be a nice time to spend on redecorating your home improvements. I know in spring we do spring cleaning, but fall, it's starting to go into winter months for other people. The fall is very short season for my friends back in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. It's getting cold already, so maybe get your house ready, get things cozy, get some, go purchase yourself some nice little snuggly throws and slippers and jammy jams and your hot chocolate, and get yourself ready so that you can be prepared to have these nice peaceful times where you can just kind of zen out and hear your thoughts. So that's the first thought. Second message that comes to mind, what is it? This is Archangel Michael. I love him. Ace of Michael, he's coming at you, and he's saying a wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. He's standing on top of a mountain, and he's holding up his sword, and he's victorious. And he's got his other hand out too. And he's saying, basically, go forward. This idea is an awesome plan. Whatever idea you've got in your mind, it's a good one. Do it. Things aren't always going to be smooth. You'll start to go in a direction and you'll hit some bumps in the road. It doesn't mean you stop. It means maybe stop and reevaluate that you are going completely in the direction that you're meant to go. And if there are communications with others, they're asking you, communication issues, they're asking you to be very clear with what you want and what you're saying. Be very careful in the words that you use, that you're not being judgmental, you're not being harsh, that you're always speaking from a place of love. And always stand in your integrity. Always, always, always say and do to others as you would wish done to you. So make sure that you're impeccable with your word. Ace of Michael. I'm going to see if there's something else that Michael has to say. He's saying that the way in front of you is clear. So full steam ahead. Go for it. And the opportunity that you're going to have come to you, maybe it's not here yet. Maybe you haven't heard of it. Maybe it's going to be presented to you. It's going to offer you a chance to do something in a whole new way. I'm getting that there's in a different direction than you thought that you were heading. You might have been going this way, and Spirit's kind of jogged you over to the other side a little bit, and giving you, it's still forward movement, but it's kind of moving off to the edge. It's giving you a different way of looking at something. He's saying to pay attention to the details, pay attention to the small things, but keep an eye on the big picture, which is the hawk. So there's the hawk, right? Back up, see the big picture, and you're not going to miss anything because the hawk is able to see the little details. So be aware. That's a good word. Be aware of what's going on in your surroundings. Don't be so caught up in the minute details that you miss things that are going around in your peripheral vision. Try and be able to pull in everything. I don't know what that was. It just flew by us. I didn't grab it. Some little instinct. But I saw them in my peripheral vision. So keep your eyes open. They're saying that there could be a bumpy start to this this new project that you have, or this new way of going. But don't allow that to discourage you. That you're supposed to continue to move forward. And these misunderstandings that you might have with somebody, or the miscommunications, don't let them fester. Clear them up. Make sure that you understand one another and you're very, very clear where you both stand. And they're asking you to be honest with yourself about something. Maybe there's something that you've been hiding from yourself, you haven't wanted to face. It's difficult to look at your fear. What is my fear? This is my fear. State it out loud. What would happen if? Boom. I'm afraid of this. Okay, so if that happened, then what? And then you figure it out. And once you actually face your fear, it can't get any worse than that because you've already looked at it, and that's the worst that it's going to be. I mean, as bad as it's going to get, right? So you faced it. And oftentimes when you do that, I did it myself a couple weeks ago, and it was really hard. I'm not saying it's easy in any way. I asked myself what I was afraid of, and I told myself out loud, tears pouring down my face. And then I heard myself say, okay, Sherry, and if that does happen, then what? What does that mean? And then I said what it meant. And basically it meant that my heart had been completely opened up and it was shattered. And then I thought, all right, well, my heart's open. We always want to keep our hearts open, no matter what. We get hurt. There's always going to be bumps, and we're going to fall down and get scratched, just like we did when we were kids. Anytime life isn't always a bowl of cherries. It isn't always smooth. Sometimes things hurt, and like I said, it's about growing and learning and get up and move forward. They're saying that this is Archangel Michael is saying don't give up. He's also saying to look for the silver lining in the cloud. So the clouds around. I have silver linings right now in these clouds. It's funny. I should have picked that up. And here goes a dove above our heads. Harmony and peace. So it's been rough and rocky. Maybe we've had challenges on this path. We're told not to give up. Pick out what you've learned. Anytime something goes wrong, or something that I feel is going wrong, or isn't going right the way I want it to, I ask myself, what am I supposed to be learning from this? What am I not seeing here? Because that's why it's happening, or that's why we're going through it. Otherwise, it would just all go smooth. So what the silver lining is to be able to pick out what it is in this situation that I have learned from this setback, or from this heartache, or from this bump on the road. What have I learned from this? And then you take that bit of wisdom with you as you move forward. So that's the silver lining. It's a gift to you. But overall, the card is telling you it's a wonderful idea. Move forward with it. Just don't allow all these little setbacks and the little emotional things to stop you from moving forward. Don't allow yourself to procrastinate. Okay, so for the last card, seeing if there's any Any other totems coming? The wind is giving me a message right now. It's allowing me to clear away any cobwebs from the head, from any negative thinking. That's the mental housekeeping, and the time away that Ariel was saying. Go somewhere to allow the wind to blow away all the ick from your head. Stop thinking so much. I don't know what card to pick here. Let's see. Come on, which one do we need? Which one is the most important? Listen to the wind. Yay! Okay, this is a really awesome card. The wind just blew all my cards away, but this is Michael coming back, Archangel Michael, and he is on a boat, and he is in a storm, and there's lightning all behind him, and there's lightning even all around him, and the waves are really, really choppy, and just to his left side there is a really, really sharp rock, and the waves are smashing up against this rock. But in front of him, and he's standing like this, he's got his arms up, and he's got his sword out, and his wings are spread, and the sails are full mast. So he's moving forward, he's moving fast through whatever this storm was, he's moving fast. Remember the end of delays? This is it. Ahead of him is all bright blue sun, see the blue sky? And there's actually a crane, which is interesting because I would have thought that would have been a seagull, but it's a white crane. And the crane totem, I just had one fly above my car the other day. Crane totem is talking about longevity. It's talking about seeing the bigger picture, but it's also talking about something that you may have lost will be returned to you, may be returned to you. This could be an item, this could be a relationship that you thought was doomed or ending, or maybe someone has gone away and it's not going to be the way you thought. It's a promise of something being returned to you. Perhaps it's your own self-respect. Perhaps it's your own sense of self-worth is being returned to you. 3 doves flying above us right now. Harmony keeps coming out to me. So the 3 of them working as a team. Your higher self and spirit working together as a team harmoniously. Also in the boat is a collie, a dog. And he's got his little paw over the edge of the boat. And the dog, of course, you think of the animal totem, the dog, it represents loyalty and unconditional love and protection and friendship and steadfastness. And these are aspects of yourself that you need to understand will be rewarded. Any time that we unconditionally love, it's always rewarded. It's always a benefit, not only to wherever else it goes, but to us. Unconditional love with this dog. They're asking you to remember that in the situation that you're in, that you must have unconditional love and forgiveness and compassion. Perhaps there's been misunderstandings, or perhaps people have made mistakes or done things that are hurtful. Wow, right now I wish you could see this. I know if I pick up my camera and turn it around, it's going to be too late, but there is the biggest California condor. It is, sorry, my screen just popped. California condor, which is a vulture, and his main message is rebirth. So that came up right when I was saying that there might have been misunderstandings. Remember there was clear-up misunderstandings right before this? So there's misunderstandings between you and another. You were meant to clear them up. This dog is asking you to remember your unconditional love and loyalty to a situation, a cause, a person, yourself, whatever it might entail. The crane also talked about something being returned to you, so something you lost coming back to you. They're all tying in together really, really well. Archangel Michael is saying it's a light at the end of the tunnel. So this rough road, this up and down, perhaps bumpy start that you've had is about to smooth out. It's never fast enough for us. It's never fast enough for me, that's for sure. But it's coming. And they're saying, breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. They're talking about relocation and travel. This has been coming up a lot for a lot of us. Like I said, I'm going to Sedona, so that's travel for me. But relocation, some of us may be moving. Somebody may be moving in or out with you. You may be looking for a new home. You may be moving to a different state. It might be a state of mind, relocation, and travel is also about moving in is also about, can be a state of mind, about moving from one phase in your life into another, which is always positive because it's always moving ahead. As long as we're moving forward, it's always positive, no matter what the trials that we go through. So I'm the number 6. That's my life path. That's a good number. 6 also means don't be so concerned with material needs, but focus more on your spiritual needs, because when you focus on that, your material needs are taken care of. So as long as you're following what your soul wants you to do, and you're listening to your higher self, and you're listening to the messages that come from Spirit, you will be taken care of. We're always taken care of. We may not be millionaires, but we're always going to have enough to take care of us. Spirit will make sure that we're taken care of. Okay, those are the messages that just come to me off the top of my head by looking at this picture. The dog's really calm in this boat. I just got another message. Michael's the one that's speaking, so he's there with us. He's the guy in the boat, and the dog's really, really calm. So this kind of gets me to thinking that the issue, the misunderstanding, the bumps in the roads, it might be more something that we're seeing or feeling and bigger than is actually there. It might, in reality, we might have made this grow into something bigger than it actually is. Because the dog, the loyalty and the love and the friendship, he's very calm and he's very steadfast. He's right there. That hasn't changed. So the fact that something, the crane is talking about something being returned to you, it may be something that we think we've lost, but we may not have lost it. It may not be as bad as we're making it out to be for ourselves. So lighten up a little bit. That's what it's saying. And hope. Hope is a 4-letter word. That's our 4-letter word. Hope and belief and faith that things are actually working out in our highest and best good. Okay, so Michael. Let's wrap this up. What does Michael have to say? 6 of Michael. So what he says is, you're on your way to happier times. The situation that you had feeling stressed and worried about is now behind you. A new day is dawning and there's blue sky ahead. So you can breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. And he's saying don't be afraid to ask for help. So help us, Archangel Michael. You're the one that's jumping up. Twice you have. So we're asking Archangel Michael, use that sword to cut through any barriers. We're asking him to use his sword also to cut cords of attachment, cut cords of attachment between us and negative situations, people, thoughts, feelings. We can do this ourselves, but Archangel Michael is very powerful, so we can ask him to do that. He's asked us to, so now we are, and often, like I said, we feel that we need to do everything ourselves, and we don't. So we need to call upon Spirit and ask for this. They're also asking you to be, try and be a little bit more objective and not so emotional. Step back from the emotions of an aspect. That was the dragonfly flying over the... I don't know if I mentioned this in this recording or the other one. There was a dragonfly, and you think a dragonfly flowing over the water, and they hover just above the water as they skim over it. So they're asking you to skim above the water. Water means emotion. So skim over the water a little bit. Pull yourself back as a hawk. Take a big look at the big picture. Remember your loyalty. Remember that what love and loyalty and friendship that you have given out, you will karmically have brought back to you. So if you are this person, this loving, unconditionally loving, giving, loyal person, it is going to be mirrored back to you. So think of these other people or situations that you may have had grow into a negative mindset, and give them the benefit of the doubt, and think that perhaps that they're seeing things and they're remembering your loyalty and your love and your commitment. And the situation itself is remembering that. Everything is energy. Whatever we put out comes back to us. So as long as we are, like I said, standing in our integrity, being impeccable with our word, coming from a place of love and sincerity, we can't help but have that come back and have that mirrored back in our lives. I had a fly coming at me, and a fly means be determined. You know how persistent they are, so it's asking you to stay determined and don't allow the negative mindset that was floating around in your head, the bumps in the road, the storm that we've been through to throw us off our track. So all the cards have completely intertwined, and all the totems have all come together to support the messages that we got. I love that. So this is it looks like this week is going to be coming forward in a much more positive light. We're seeing light at the end of the tunnel. We might just get glimpses of it right now, so don't, count on everything happening right away. Everything has its pace, and it will all be in Spirit's divine timing. But things are moving ahead. That was the main message, is that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You still may have to walk through the tunnel and row your boat, over the emotional waters, but there is a light, and the storm is now kind of settling back behind you. So it's all positive. It's all forward movement. So that's it for this week. If you want to follow me, I'm on Facebook under Angel's Whisper Sherry Columbus. I'm on LinkedIn under Sherry Columbus, Twitter, Sherry Columbus, Google+. My website is www.thewhispersofangels.com. I'm available for readings always. I'm always open. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'm very, very good about that. I do my readings very, very promptly. And I've been having a lot of requests and a lot of work lately with dream analysis, which I love. I'm a dream analyst, and dreams are so important. They have such messages for us. It's our higher self connecting with Spirit, and it's our subconscious mind coming through to us to tell us the things that we need to pay attention to, help us work through past issues, help us prepare us for things that are coming. And yes, you do get a glimpse ahead. So it's like having a reading done as well. When you have a reading done, it's guidance for your life, but it's also giving you a glimpse, as we just had right now, of things that are coming. And your dreams are absolutely that. Dreams are my most favorite way that Spirit communicates with me. I have prophetic dreams, and I'm sure there are others of you that do as well, but I have for the past 7 years now, and I've kept a journal. From the beginning, I was guided to do that by Spirit, and I can go back in the journal and literally map out. I mean, it was like months ahead, this was going to happen, this was going to happen, and it all happened. What's interesting is generally with the prophetic dreams that I've experienced with my own, is I usually have them 2 or 3 days before something occurs, sometimes a couple weeks. But what I've noticed recently is I am now in the fulfillment stage of dreams that I had a year ago. So that kind of makes me think about the light at the end of the tunnel message, that I got a glimpse. They showed me a glimpse, and maybe I got a little bit too hasty. Since I know that my dreams are prophetic, I was counting on things happening in a certain time frame. And of course, our time frame and Spirit's time frame is a little bit different. But the fact that I was given that glimpse, that's showing me that I should have seen it as there's light at the end of the tunnel, this is coming, and not put an expectation on Spirit. That's our big thing, is not to put expectations on people and on Spirit. If they say something's coming, it will come. We just need to step back. So prophetic dreams, so if you have dreams that you would like to have analyzed, it's on my page. You can take a look at that and see how I work with that. People come to my home for readings, and I also mobile. I will go to up to 50 miles plus, depending on compensation for it, of course. We just had 3 more totems fly by, and they were geese, which means geese. Oh no, they're not. They're ducks. They're ducks. Ducks are family. Coming back to unconditional love, and the dog in the boat, family. So perhaps there were issues with family that we need to clear up. Maybe that was that message that's coming in there quickly. Our family are our biggest teachers. We're placed in our family, and it's our biggest lesson, because we are forced to be with people all the time, through good and bad, dealing through all kinds of issues, all kinds of moods, different personalities. Just because you're born into the same family doesn't mean that you're the same kind of person. You can be as different as night and day. I was a starseed planted in my family. I'm completely different than them. And learning to, it certainly teaches you unconditional love, and many, many other lessons. So that was that. I just had to throw that in really quick. So that's it for today. Sorry, I kind of went off there, but when something jumps up like that, I feel like it's important to address it. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to go get myself another drink because I'm parched mouth. And have a beautiful Sunday. and we will speak with you again. Blessings. Bye.